Hey everyone, this is Ali from Learn Awesome, and in this video of our regular expression playlist on this channel, I'm going to introduce you to some very basic examples and syntax of regular expressions. If you recall from introduction video, we can try to match an input string to a regular expression either using code like JavaScript, Python, etc., or use an online test website. For this video, we would be using the latter, and I would be using Regex101.com as my test website. I'm not affiliated or promoting this website. There are a ton of great test websites around. This one is one of the most popular ones and has many good features like flags and language support that we won't be using in this basic tryout video, but we will see those in action in later ones in the series. Before going to the website, let me explain what I mean by a regular expression test website. So a primary objective of any regular expression is to be a pattern for an incoming text, like an email address validation regex would match a properly typed email address. A phone number regex would match only with a well-formatted phone number and nothing else. These test websites let you type in a regular expression as well as a test input string and execute what we call a regular expression parser behind the scene, which is a fancy way of saying evaluate the input string against regular expression and pass a judgment whether it matches the pattern embodied by the regular expression or not. If it does, we say the input string matched regular expression, otherwise it did not match. A good test website and Regex101 falls in that category, gives you further information like where did the match occur and whatnot. You'll get it once you see it. So here we are in regex101.com and this is the interface that we will be dealing with. So let me quickly type a very basic regular expression ABC and an input string ABCD. Makes it easier for me to explain. Okay, so in this website, what you do is you provide the regular expression up top over here and the input string that you are evaluating against this regular expression down below. Right? You can provide multi-line test strings as well in this area. Over here, it shows you whether a match occurred or did not occur. So if I'll explain these regular expression later. I'm just showing you the interface right now. So don't worry if something doesn't make sense right now. So this area shows you whether a match occurred or did not occur. So right now the input string failed to match the regular expression, but if I remove this D, it shows a match has occurred. On top right, there's an explanation section where it would try to provide you as much information about the regular expression and what is being matched or not matched and the flags being used, etc. It's a very context sensitive explanation, so that's a very useful area. We'll see how it works later on. In the middle of the right panel, we have this match information, which is a very useful section. We'll be dealing with it a lot. So here it shows further information about the match. Like here it is telling us that a match occurred for the input string against regular expression at index 0 and until index 3. So that information is being captured over here. In later videos, we'll see that it provides much more information about the matches as well. So you need to keep a constant lookout in this area compared to this or this. All right, on the bottom right, we have a quick reference. So as I told you earlier in the introduction video, there's a lot of syntax for regular expressions that you need to remember, and it is hard to remember everything. So here we have a quick reference section where you can search different kind of regular expression constructs. Here it is listing some of the common tokens that you can use. Like for example, to match digits, you use this /d. White space or space is captured using \s. It is a very good quick reference section if you are struggling to remember what makes up a good regular expression. If you're writing a new regular expression, that section is going to come in handy. It can pretty much act as a table of contents for later videos in the series. All right, on the top left, we have a flavor section listing a bunch of programming languages. So input strings are evaluated against regular expressions using what we call regular expression parsers or engines. And each language has written their own regular expression engine. There is not one standard regular expression code, engine, or parser. Each language has its own custom implementation. So JavaScript has one, PHP has one, .NET also has one, Python has its own, and there are slight differences between the working of these. So Some regular expressions would match using PHP but won't work with JavaScript. There are going to be slight differences which we'll see as we go down the series. Right, so for our basic introduction, everything is going to work in any engine. So I'm going to leave it at the default. That sums up our introduction to the website. Let's now focus on the regular expressions themselves. Before I start typing regular expressions and put strings, I would like you to have another look. This is the slide we introduced in the introduction video. So this is what we are going to start with, the features that define regular expressions. And I'm going to start with this one, a way of representing which character would follow another. See, and AB means A would be followed by B. So let's give it a try in Regex101. So I can go back and I can just type the exact regular expression AB and the input string AB, and we see that it's a match. Let me come up with a better example. So if I say hello world as my regular expression, then the input string hello world is going to match exactly. So if our pattern is in a sequence which assumes that E would follow H followed by L, L, O, then everything that follows this exact sequencing is gonna be a perfect match. One match from 0 to 14. So I can say, in other words, if you know what the input string is going to be, you can just type that input string as a regular expression and it's going to match. But that won't let regular expressions be fun anymore, right? Not worth learning about. So let's see some things that make learning regular expressions worthwhile. So to do that, let me go back to our regular expression, and this time we are going to say a way of representing one character or the other. So we can expect that regular expression can contain one or the other. So A or B or A by B means either A or B. So let's quickly give it a try. So we can come up with, let's say, color or color, which are English and British ways of saying the word color, and our regular expression should match both. So if I say color, it's gonna match. If I use the letter U in it, it is still a match. So this is how you use this pipe symbol to define whether your regular expression should match one or the other characters. This is a very basic example. We'll see how this can be useful in a lot of ways going forward, but let's just focus on the basics for now. All right, now we are getting into the interesting part. So the third defining feature of regular expressions is repeatedness, a way of representing repeatedness. So here we had the example of a static or clean star, which means A can repeat 0 or more times, like A. So let's see that in action. So if I go here and say A star, and then I remove everything, so there's nothing in my test string, but we still have a match. Interesting, right? And it says match at 0 and empty string. Why? Let's go to the explanation section and see why. And here's the details. So static matches the previous token between 0 and unlimited times. 0 is a valid match for static. So if the preceding character for this static is A, so if A does not exist in the regular in your input string, that is still a valid match because A occurred 0 times. But A can occur unlimited times now. So if I keep typing A, it is still going to be a match. But we can put a break to it by introducing, let's say, another character, let's say B. And now if I type B anywhere, somewhere in this test string, then you can see that it counted A's from A to all the way until it encountered the B character, right? So A static matched every A that appeared until it saw B, at which point the entire regular expression matched, and this match stopped, and this A static matching stopped occurring. Even more interesting would be the case if we introduce a B before A static. So if I, let's say B
A static B, then no match is occurring. But if I type B at the start of the string, then this portion starting with B containing all these A's until B is now matching. And now let's see if it matches all the way until I remove the last A between those B's. And yes, it's still a match because again, A static can mean 0 A's. So BB is a valid match for this regular expression. I can get rid of these and show you. So I could try it out with our color example as well. So if I say COLO use static R, and now I can type both color without U and color with U, and it's still going to match, but it is going to match all of these as well. Unlimited number of U's. So this regular expression is not restricted enough, and to make it restricted enough, we go to our quick reference section into the quantifiers, and remember the static, clean star, clean plus, etc. They are all quantifiers. So I'm going to introduce you another quantifier, which is a question mark, which means 0 or 1 preceding character. So if I change it to question mark, then this expression is no longer matching, but it is gonna match COLOUR and COLOR both, because U matches the character U with index this. Literally, question matches the previous token between 0 and 1 times, as many times as possible, giving back as needed. Right? So this fixes the problem that we could have you repeating unlimited times. The last quantifier that I'm going to introduce here, and quantifiers would have their own dedicated video, so don't forget to watch it later on in the series. So this is clean plus, which means one or more repeatedness. So let's go back to our B a static B example, for which we have B, right? So if I replace this static with the clean plus, then it is going to require at least one A to exist for a successful match. So if I start removing those A's now and remove the last A, the match stopped occurring because it requires at least one A to occur between those two B's. Right, let me show you another very cool thing. So let me type cool here and then another BAB, right? And now look at this. It says there are two matches. And if we go to our match information section, it says that there is a match 1 from index 0 to 3, which is BAB in the start. And then there's a match 2 from index 7 to 10 for, again, BAB. But this time this one. Let me make it BAB to make it more distinct. So here's the important bit. The entire input string does not need to match our regular expression for a match to occur. A regular expression can match multiple times in an input string. So for example, if you were trying to extract phone numbers from a list of recipients of your letters with name, addresses, and phone numbers, and you were interested in phone numbers only, you could type a regular expression for phone numbers, give the list here, and it would match all the phone numbers in the input string. So a match can occur multiple times in an input string with a regular expression. So since we are talking about phone numbers, so if you remember when I was demonstrating this quick reference section, I showed you this any digit \d. Remember when we introduced this website? So \d matches any digit. So if let's say I remove this and do \d, then it's not matching over here. But if I type a number here, it starts matching that, right? And interestingly, this \d can be used in conjunction with static or other quantifiers, right? So if let's say we have a string of numbers like For example, 333, it is matching 4 times because it's t steric. So if I replace it with t plus, then this problem is solved. It is matching right over here. Okay, we'll look further into how we match a phone number later in another video in the series. So let's focus on another aspect now. So \d can be considered a wildcard match for digits, and there's a ultimate wildcard character which is dot. So dot can match anything. So if I type dot here and type A, it's gonna match. If I type 6, it's gonna match. If I type $sign, it's gonna match. It's gonna match anything. So if, let's say, I use this with one of our quantifiers like dot plus, then it's gonna match everything. So special characters, this, that, anything. It's gonna devour the word whole if used with a quantifier. That is until we introduce change our regular expression, introduce, let's say, g, in which case we can introduce g anywhere and it's gonna match everything until g. Just like this b a steric b example that we saw. But a steric would have matched only a, dot would match anything in between those. So I hope we are starting to enjoy ourselves by now. We have gone over many of the defining features of regular expressions, which are essential to matching multiple kinds of input strings. And with these combinations, like we just saw in our basic examples, we can start to match any kind of string. And then there are a whole bunch of other syntax in regular expressions that we can use that we'll see going forward. So regular expressions are scary right until you don't understand some basic points and rules. But when you are aware of these, then no regular expression is scary or not something that you cannot interpret or write yourself. But practice is the key to regular expressions. They really are the ultimate use it or lose it concept. So we had a good run, but to put a damper on the excitement, we are just getting started. Warm up is done. Let's continue with the actual workout in later videos. Before ending this video, there is a quick summary of the things that we tried in this one. You can pause and see and try out, and I would definitely recommend to try it out on your own in the Regex website now that you know how it works. So, and I hope that you found the content of this video useful. If so, don't forget to give a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Be notified of the upcoming content. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.